To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Clancy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Back to throw, Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To the air again, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The Bears at 4 and 10 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One play action, Fields.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Ninth play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on third and goal?
To throw is Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Play action now. Brissett. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They go play action with Brissett.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Brissett.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32.
Chris Burns
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Juke, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been able.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clancy, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play last. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, check.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hey, kill.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Brissett steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
play fake. Here's Brissett. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season as they have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. But one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
rolling to his right.
He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Play action. It's Fields
rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Play fake, Brissett. Uncorks one for Davis. It got his man complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
19,
A first down throw for Brissett.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll throw again. Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
hey, kill.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And that is no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Brissett's throw going to be caught by Davis.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
To throw, Brissett. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Here's Brissett. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Brissett. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down. Now Brissett. Quick slant. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. On the move past the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Up the middle they go. Clancy. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet.
Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Fields trying to throw for it.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, here's Brissett. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This is Smith with a grab.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, kill.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 3rd down pickup of 5. Now Brissett on 4th down. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields. Completion here to Claypool.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Give that sack to the Kobe Dean.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here's Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Scott to return it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, kill.
Play action now. Brissett. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he'll just get rid of it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brissett on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 27, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A give running left, it's Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Brissett looks to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I would have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.